Hey guys, and welcome to the first ever AGFA eSports LOL show match. I'm your play-by-play caster for this event, Bailey Baz Runholm. I'm joined today by my color caster Cameron Scooterholm Shannock, and he will be here in just a moment's time. As I said here, it is MPA versus Truth Blue here.
Should be an exciting game.
Yeah, we see we got Scooterholm's back with us. So, we're seeing some of these bands come out now, Cameron. We've got the Tristana Janna band on the side of Truth Blue. MPA going for that Gnar band, I'm assuming to help out Broken Exile in the top lane, but are you excited for this first show match, Cameron?
Nah, I don't actually think that those bands against, the MPA are dishing out are going to have that much impact. Nah, it's more going to be the... Nah.
We're going to see the Jarvan 4 band coming out here as well for MPA. Very strong top laner at the moment. Elise band coming out from Truth Blue. Kind of an on and off member for jungle at the moment. Going to see the Zillion band coming out. Not sure what that's about, but we'll go with that. We're going to see
it's very nice. His old bones do ache. Giving him a little bit of a rest. But
to be serious now, though, why is Zillion banned, Cameron? What do you think they banned that out? Do you think it might have been a snipe?
Possibly that, and because, he's just really annoying to lane against.
Going to see the Darius pick coming in here for Cinderhog in the top lane. Very nice, relatively strong top laner, especially when he gets going. I want to assume it might be a pocket pick coming out for Cinderhog here.
Not necessarily, just Darius is always strong. It doesn't have to be a pocket pick, it is just meta. Has been meta for a long time, and it will be meta for a very long time.
I don't really think it's meta per se. I think it's just an overall strong pick. We are going to see Shen Cho'Gath coming in. Cho'Gath definitely at meta jungler at the moment. Very strong. And from what we've seen with Aaron's Cho'Gath as well, really puts off some of these other teams in our series. If you recall with Avada versus MPA, a little while back now in their scrims, Aaron put out the Cho'Gath, really threw off the members of Avada, and they picked up an easy win in the first round of the best of 3 there. Thresh getting picked up here for Kolrak as support. Arguably one of the best supports in the game.
Well, considering Janna's been already banned out, that's probably your next best support.
I mean, Braum was also available as well. Can't forget about that. We do see the Xerath coming out here in the mid lane as well. That's probably definitely going to be a pocket pick there for Noblesse. Gangplank as well getting picked up here. Actually, now I'm having a look at that. Do you reckon it could be Shen support? No? Jungle?
Gangplank mid?
Gangplank mid? Could be, actually. It's not really something you see every day. We do see the Draven band coming out here from MPA. Not entirely sure what that's about, considering... Oh, wait, no, because I forgot. Yeah, their ADC and junglers have swapped roles, so it sort of makes sense.
However, Aaron's whole sort of motto from MPA is I play Draven, or no one plays Draven.
We do see the Jhin band coming out here as well. Really strong marksman at the moment coming out from Truth Blue. Not really surprised.
Quite ironic that Jhin got sniped for that ban.
Sejuani, last band coming out here. Very strong jungler. Taking that away from Truth Blue. Maokai is still available though.
They've banned 3 junglers.
They look like they definitely want to try and target ban some of these people. We do see that Leona band coming out here last ban. Not really a meta band, maybe targeted at David Bowie, but as far as we're aware, David Bowie doesn't really play Leona. He's more of that Braum player, so...
And now Braum is wide open. So
that is true.
I would not be at all surprised if they picked that one up.
And there's that Jinx hover from Alice Cooper. Not really surprised here that he picks him up. Alice Cooper's Jinx. Probably his best marksman. Been playing her for quite a while now. So, not really surprised.
I am predicting a Star Guardian Jinx.
Yeah.
That's not really a prediction if it's 100% going to happen though.
Star Guardian Cho'Gath. Covered at
Star Guardian Hergot. We can only meme and dream.
The Lucian hover here coming from Kylo. That's going to be a lock-in. Another really strong bot lane champion at the moment. Won't have the siege potential like you get in the Jinx. We do have Kayn coming out here though. Probably most likely will be for Exalted Luce. I think that's Luciana. I think that's how you pronounce that. If it's not, I apologize for butchering your name. But Very, very strong jungler at the moment with Kane. We do have the Lulu hover here. Actually, that's going to get locked in there. So it will be the Gangplank mid, Cameron, as we were talking about just before. Lulu going over to David Bowie. She's really like... Actually, no, she'll be really strong because it'll go build on for that Ardent Sensor build, Cameron.
That would be probably the most meta tactic for that, is to rush the Ardent Sensor so that they get the increased shields and the bonus damage from shielding the Jinx, which is what you want when you're sieging towers, to get your reset, to get a kill, to get, well, not really resets, to get burst of move speed and attack speed, to reset that boost, and then you just keep snowballing. And then Gangplank, I imagine, is just going to snipe people with his ult. Now I'm just going into teams, but the Shen, you've got the global pressure, especially he's got TP because he can be anywhere on the map and go like anywhere back. So he's got massive map pressure, and then Cho'Gath will just eat people.
Gonna see now. We're going into load into the game. That is your champion lineup for everyone. We do have that 3-minute delay before we get into the game, Cameron. And
now we'd just like to point it over. This event would not be possible without the partnership.
Not yet. Not yet, buddy. I would like to talk about, though, in the mid lane, this Gangplank. Very, very obscure. Not something you see at all in the meta. Like, Xerath, you don't see him really at all either, but he's still a mid laner. Gangplank mid is definitely cheese. 100%.
Yeah, but it was really big not too long ago.
I'm just confused though, because there's a lot of really strong mid laners that were left out. Both like meta and sort of cheese. Like we don't have a Talia here, no Son of Syndra, not even a Talon or a Zed or Corki even. So
probably more interesting than that is just the difference in the team comps. Like you've got what was it? Truth Blue. Where the Darius is more like mid to late game, but he needs to snowball to get there with a couple of kills early game. Kane is one of the strongest junglers very early on, but then his stats start falling off. So the window you want to go is you want to try and look for them. Look for the early ganks as soon as possible and try and get your transformation going by collecting the orbs from dealing damage. I imagine with the Shen, Cho'Gath and Gangplank that he's gonna go for Rust, especially because he gets like the ridiculous healing, which will give him sustain against the Jinx, but it also allow him to deal quite a bit of damage and even provide a lot more CC for his team, especially when dealing with the front lines in Cho'Gath and Shen. Whereas Xerath, I reckon he's more of a mid lane. I don't know, I haven't really seen that many Xeraths, but what I can tell from him, he's more mid game and then just seriously crack down people late game. But as for the bot lane, I'd say that the Lucian Thresh has a much better like pressure early game on the Jinx and Lulu. Like both Jinx and Lucian are really good early game, but the Thresh has much more waiting on the game with just his death centers. Whereas Lulu's kind of a bit, I don't know what this. She's not very good early game. She's going to try and want to rush that Ardent Sensor and upgrade her item. Her support item to get going. And now with that, T's actually ready, so I better go.
So, 10 seconds now before we get into the game. Very interesting things that you've just mentioned there, Cameron, with the bot lane in particular. It'd be very interesting to see how Lucian Thresh play together against the Jinx Lulu. We do know that Jinx and Lulu have a lot of synergy together. They've been playing for quite a while in the bot lane. Not as much as what we saw of Aaron and David Bowie, but Alice Cooper and David Bowie are definitely very strong. But Lucian and Thresh has always been a strong bot lane. Like, pretty much ever since it came out.
As ironic as, you know, the lore is between those two, they actually make a really good bot lane.
So I would like to see if Truth Blue completely utilize the potential of these two champions, or if they decide to maybe hold off a little bit, maybe save it for some of these more other fights. But we are going to load into the game now. And Cameron, who are you betting on for this first one here? Are you betting on Truth Blue or are you betting on MPA?
Without actually knowing what's going to happen in the early game, if it gets to late game and they manage to hold Truth Blue back, the late game from MPA will be much stronger. Whereas if Truth Blue can get some picks early game, they'll be able to steamroll that from there and be able to just dumpster. So it really just depends on how the early to mid game. So it's either way, but the longer the game goes on, the better MPA is going to scale.
And I think now, Cameron, you'll be leaving us for just a short while, but you'll be back for the next match after
Hopefully.
this. Yes.
Hopefully.
So I will be taking over now as play-by-play and colorcaster for the first match. So,
enjoy the series.
Thank you, and wish me luck as well trying to cover all of this stuff at once. It'll be very interesting to see as I just...
It's so good, you just need to explain what Rift Herald does. Alright, talk to you later. Alright,
catch you soon. Alright, but here we are going into the first match now of Truth Blue versus MPA here. The very first show match here for the AGFA eSports LoL scene. As we can see now, teams are going to start setting up for the very start of the game. I'm interested to see if we're going to go for the generic jungle defense or we're going to see an invade. We know MPA have been very strong with their invades in the past. And it looks like that's what we're going to see at the moment. These members of MPA getting ready in the bush to see if they can catch out any of the members of Truth Blue here. I think maybe they're more setting up for a defense just in case. It's like Truth Blue untruthful. We do have Korak going off to the side, getting that nice deep ward in, but we're going to see the members of MPA launching themselves into the jungle right now, pushing away Lucian. Actually going to catch Lucian out with that Q from the Cho'Gath. Going to get some deep wards in so they know where... Actually, no, they're... Where is... I actually just noticed right now that Lucinia and Cinderhulk hovering more towards the top side. So that Kane might want to try and pick off maybe the red buff. It'll be very interesting to see how he actually goes along with this. MPA is so unsuspecting are standing right on top of a ward right now, so they know exactly where Aaron's going to be starting off from. What Truth Blue decide to do with this knowledge, we'll have to wait and see, but yeah, I'm going to start off with that blue buff now. Pretty normal stuff for Cho'Gath. We do normally see him starting with either blue or red. It doesn't matter too much in particular. I mean, obviously blue you can spam a lot more abilities, and red does have that extra health regen and damage. I'd like to point out as well that we are playing on Arcade Summoner's Rift thanks to the, I believe, a 7.16 patch that run at the moment. So the minions, turrets, stuff, all looking very snazzy, very different from what they usually would. But just looking at some of the items real quick, we're not going to see anything unusually different. Lulu going for the Ancient Coin. We do have Thresh going for that Relic Shield instead of Ancient Coin. I mean, it depends on the player what they like to start off with Thresh, and it's always cool to see what the difference are. We see Lucinia is going to gank in the top lane. They get a small poke on the Shen, but he's just going to shield that damage, and he's going to have to back away now. MPA having that knowledge of Kane hovering over top side, so we'll have to see if Aaron decides to use that to his advantage. But we do have Lucian getting a lot of burst damage onto this Lulu. Had to pop a cookie really quickly though. Was going to have Aaron counter jungling now in the bot lane. Maybe see if he can take away some of these buffs from Kane. Kane did pick up red buff in the end. I believe Raptors maybe as well. So, from MPA, so it's going to be cool to see Aaron try and counter jungle. He does get that red buff in the end as well. As we can see though, nothing too fancy going on. We did see an earlier gank coming out there from Lucinia trying to help out Cinderhulk, but nothing to over top. We do have Thresh catching that death sentence though. Nice play coming in. Lucian's going to get that dash follow up. They're going to have to burn heal down in the bot lane to try and keep him alive. Up in the top lane though, we do have Broken Exile taking a lot of these hits from the Darius. He's going to have to back away from this fight, gets himself down to half health. We did see Aaron coming down to the bot lane to give assistance to them other members of MPA if they needed it. It was a very nice death sentence and flay coming out from Korak though, having to pop the heal and I think, yeah, the flash as well from both Alice Cooper and David Bowie. So, next hook, we could definitely see a kill coming out here for the bot lane. You're going to have to be very careful. At the moment, we are going to see the Shen trying to go in for that taunt. He does get that W down, to block those basic hits. Really only just poking him out though, nothing too over the top. But there's that another death sentence they were just talking about. Exhaust landing down on top of Lulu. So I'm going to try and focus on Exhaust going down on the Lucian. He's going to burn his flash to try and pick up this kill. The shield going down to keep her in this fight in a way. But now Jinx is the one in trouble, taking a lot of damage there. Do have Zap going in. Going to hit the Lucian with the damage, but no kills coming out here in the bot lane. Exhaust and flash going down for the Thresh and Lucian. Lulu now is just going to back away though. Head back to base now. Heal up, maybe buy some items as well. Maybe look towards this Ardent Center very soon. Looks like the rest, looks like Carlo, yeah it is Carlo from Truth Blue picking up some extra CS before he backs away. He does have that 11 CS advantage over the 10 CS advantage now. She actually didn't back away, so she's probably going to have to pick up a better item if she can pick up this extra CS, maybe any more that leads towards a tempo push going towards MPA's bot lane tower. Lucian picking himself up a Vampiric Scepter as well as a Control Ward, and I think it was another cookie, maybe even two. Not too bad of a bat. Thresh picking himself up a Ruby Crystal and the Control Ward as well, so they're definitely going to want to have that vision control in the bot lane to stop any ganks coming out. Maybe set up some teleport plays with Cinderhulk. And yeah, you can see here now that Jinx isn't going to back away, pick up some of that extra CS. She still is 3 CS down though. At the moment though, these lanes are going to focus more on their CSing. Kayn is around bot side and so is Aaron as well as Cho'Gath, so they could see a gank from these junglers coming very soon depending on what happens. Jinx didn't end up backing away though, so she's not going to have that advantage of the Vampiric Scepter and the extra cookies, so Aaron might want to look to a gank bot lane to try and set that up. Looks like he's hovering behind the Ocean Drake. Going to point out that ward there. A bit of poke coming in from MPA onto the bot lane of Truth Blue. I'd like to point out now that Aaron getting that gank into the mid lane gets a nice Q down on top of the Xerath. Silence landing as well, but it's not going to do too much. He's just going to pick up that extra barrel gold and disappear now, but going to be careful because Kayn laying in wait here for the Cho'Gath, but he's going to miss that ability. Chilling Smite going down, but they're going to hit that blasting cone. Aaron's going to get out of that. Kayn not picking up anything at all. Not really too much he did there, mainly just being a nuisance more than anything. But like I was just talking about before, these lanes, now they're going to be a bit more relaxed for the moment. As I say that though, Shen's going to get a nice taunt down on top of the Darius. W going in to block a lot of that damage. Darius going to have to back away a little bit, but Shen's going to have to be careful. Darius does have that ult available. He's running a bit low on mana though, so he might actually have to back out himself as he'll do now. Shen definitely winning the poke battle, but Darius quite a bit ahead in terms of CS. Nice up here, landing on the Thresh there. Again, the minion push heading towards the bot lane. Would like to see MPA's bot lane be a little bit more aggressive and maybe have a gank come in from Aaron to help them get ahead, because at the moment, Truth Blue's bot lane of Kylo and Korak have definitely got the advantage. They've got a lot higher CS advantage. They've got the advantage in terms of the fights at the moment, being able to pick and choose when they want to fight. Death Center's coming in there, just missing the Jinx there. I'd like to maybe see some more action in the mid lane as well though. At the moment, they've still got both, oh, actually no, I'm pretty sure, oh no yeah, they've both got both cookies, so they haven't really done too much at the moment. Aaron at the moment, they're picking up a red buff, but I don't think he realizes that Darius and Kayn know exactly what's up. They're going to start chasing after him right now. He's probably going to have to lose this red buff. Getting procs by Thunderlord's Decree, we do have Gangplank following up, but Shen coming in now as well. Kane's going to have to burn Flash, who doesn't get caught out by the taunt. Backing away now, Aaron does pick up that red buff in the end. At the moment, these teams seem to be fairly even though. Thresh lying in wait here. They do have a ward down there though. I was going to say I'd like to see Darius maybe go for a teleport play, but he's teleported straight. You know, the top lane, Kayn again going in for that gank. But once again, same sort of gank. Doesn't get anything out of it though. Truth Blue definitely want to try and get a poke here in either top or bot, but at the moment MPA have answered quite well in terms of defense. You have to be careful because State's going to get that death and it's just going to miss though. Luckily, Lulu misses out on hitting that. We do see now Darius trying to catch out the Shen, but he's going to get another nice taunt down, get a bunch of damage down because of that block as well. Shield going to block a lot of that damage. More of a wet noodle fight happening up in top lane at the moment though. Looking at some of these items as well. Kane going for triple long sword. We do have Shen going for that typical Sunfire Cape start you see, Sunfire Cape, yeah? Start you see with most Shens. Aaron almost completing Cinderhulk as well. Nice Death Sentence going to land on top of Lulu though. Box and Flay coming in here now as well. Lulu going forward. We do have Aaron coming in for that gank in the bot lane. Nice key going down. Going to knock up as well. But Shen getting that ult down. Nice taunt going in. Flash going forward. First blood heading over to the Shen at the moment. Ult going down on top of the Cho'Gath. Azera is going to go down as well. We do have Kane trying to ult and get that kill on Lulu, but she's going to shield that and just get out of there. Aaron picking up another kill for MPA at the moment. We're not going to see Death Sentence landing on top of the Shen, but he's going to get that taunt in, catch out the Xerath. They're going to back away. Xerath landing some more of his abilities down, trying to take out the low health members of MPA. Not going to be enough because now we have Gangplank coming in as well to give his team a bit of an assistance. His ult did go down earlier as well. MPA there, nice bot lane team fight going in their favor. They do have that 2 kill advantage, should have that tempo advantage now as well. And Truth Blue, definitely were not expecting that. They're going to go ahead and pick up themselves some Ocean Drake right now, and Shen's going to stop this push from the Darius in the top lane, teleporting in, actually getting a bunch of this burst damage down onto him as well. Thorough battle going to go off. Nice Q hit there. Darius trying to heal up as much as he can off of that. Bam, he's seen the magic damage coming in. He's going to be careful because Shen's getting a lot of this percentage health damage down. Next taunt is going to be enough to take him out. Darius have to burn Flash to get out of there. But Team Blue really falling behind compared to MPA at the moment. MPA really stepping up their game just over the last minute or so. They did. Truth Blue were hoping to catch out the members of MPA in the bot lane, but Aaron was laying there in the wait, heading down to the bot lane to get himself a nice gank in with the help of the Shen ultimate coming in as well, and Truth Blue just got dumpstered there in the bot lane. Not really much they could do. Out of that now as well, Shen just about has his Sunfire Cape. Jinx almost has the items completed for Infinity Edge as well. Looks like Lulu's going to hold off a little bit for that Sight Stone. Gone for Boots, Ruby Crystal instead. And also the Ardent Sensor going to hold off a little bit as well. But we should see that item coming out for Lulu. Very strong, if not the strongest item coming out for support at the moment. And that's why you start to see a lot more of these utility caster supports coming in. A nice Death Sentence Flay coming in for the Thresher, but Lulu getting that Polymorph down on top of the Lucian to stop that extra damage, so she's going to survive. Thresh is able to get a lot of these nice hooks in. Lucian tries to follow up, but Lulu able to survive a lot of these hits, probably in tow thanks to the Jinx follow-ups, thanks to Lulu being able to put these shields and stuff down. And Truth Blue, they really can't do much in this bot at the moment. Maybe they should hope for this Kane to come in for a gank, help them secure these kills, because at the moment MPA are able to just defend themselves so well against this bot lane. We can see Kane now though, again focusing his attention down in the top lane, or was going to at least. Shen has a bit of an idea of what's going on. He's going to back away a little bit. I think you can tell from the bit of a push there. 13 minutes into the game right now though, and there is not that big of a gold difference, but don't know that fully. We do have Shen now getting a nice taunt damage down onto the Darius. He's going to heal off the Q, so he's going to heal a lot of that damage back. As I was saying, don't let the gold difference fool you. MPA do have that advantage, but they're probably a little bit more ahead than what that says. They do have the Dragon as well, and remember they did get that nice team fight down in the bot lane where they were the winners of, and they didn't lose a single member, so their confidence right now must be pretty high. And Aaron coming in for that gank. Nice ult from Gangplank coming in as well, and Darius is well more than dead there. Cho'Gath getting a nice kill for himself. He's now going to be 2-0-1. Darius getting caught out. Truth Blue here, not doing the best against his members of MPA. We do see Death coming out, not going to be enough. Flay going through, and the box coming out for Thresh. We are going to see the Culling coming out from Lucian to get this damage down. Lulu is going to ult herself now though to keep herself in the fight. Jinx trying to get some poke damage down. Exhaust going on top of Lucian, so he can't get a follow-up. they're going to have to be a bit careful because they're going to have to burn heal to make sure they don't get caught out here. Just like how this Kane is. Nice. Taunt coming in here from the Shen. W going through. Flash going forward for Kane, but Aaron's going to flash over as well. Get the chomp down. Nom, nom, nom. Nice gank going over from... nice stack, going over to the Cho'Gath. Going to help his health increase. Turn him to the absolute monster he becomes later on to the game. 3 kills now going over the Cho'Gath. Definitely a good investment. I mean, they could put it towards Gangplank or Jinx to get that damage up like that, but getting Cho'Gath fed is definitely a good idea in the long run. Lucian did back away, but Thresh catching out the Lulu. Nice death sentence play there, but she's going to shield up to stop this damage. Nothing else is going to come out of that though, and they're going to back away now. We do have a dragon coming up in a minute 50. Let's just take a look and see. It's going to be that Infernal Drake as well, so it's going to be definitely an objective that these teams are going to want to fight for. It can really turn the difference of the battle as well because of that extra 18 AP boost that it gives you. But Shen again catching out this Darius with the Cho'Gath following up as well. Nice QW going down. He's going to get silenced because of that. Sinnoh doesn't have really anywhere else to go. Heading towards the wrong tower side. Gets the hill up, but it's really not going to do much at all in the end. Cho'Gath getting another stack off the Darius. Now 4-0. And MPA really running with this game at the moment. Some vision control now coming out from the members of Truthful in the bot lane, trying to stop this vision coming out from MPA so they can get these picks quite easily. Nice traps coming down to stop that Thresh from getting a death sentence onto the Jinx there. Do I have Kane coming into the towers? Now they're going to have to be careful. Nice poke coming in there. Kane going to have to back away a little bit now. .16 into the fight. Again, we are seeing MPA getting a bigger and bigger gold advantage. Cho'Gath now getting a nice Q silence coming down on the Kane. Gonna have to be careful. Nice Gangplank ult coming in, really zoning him out. Gets that Q damage down. Ult lands on top of the Cho'Gath, but it's really not going to do much at all. Nice heal coming in. Almost gets protected by the Thresh shield there, but that Gangplank Q, is going to do an immense amount of damage to take him out. Cho'Gath getting rid of the Darius. They got a nice fight coming in. All going down on top of the Lulu to try and get that CC advantage there, knock up the other members and stop them from pushing forward. Really, they could go for the gank here under the tower. Tower dive, is what I meant to say. Shen taking a lot of this damage. They get the kill onto the Thresh there. Zap landing on top of the Xerath to stop that hit, but now we have the Xerath coming in, and if this Shen isn't careful, he could have got taken out there. Nice shield from Lily protecting him and being able to read those ult hits. He's going to survive. And now, the members of MPA, 8 kills up. I was going to say that none of them have died yet, but Xerath gets that nice stun on top of the Jinx. He almost gets taken out from the Xerath Q. But out of that, MPA are going to pick up this Infernal Drake as well because there's nothing that's going to do. With that Q coming in though, nice smite going in here. These guys, MPA are going to have to back away at the moment. Exhaust going down to the Xerath, so he can't follow up even though he launched that Ghost. But now, MPA have the 2-stack dragon advantage, there, of Infernal Drake and Ocean Drake. 8 kills up. Truth Blue don't have a single kill on their side. 18 minutes in already. Truth Blue luckily have been able to keep their CS advantage, so they're able to stay somewhat in the battle here. But we're hoping that they might be able to do something soon and maybe catch out these members of MPA. We can see that Rift Herald is still available. Baron goes down in a minute 20 though, so if they're going to want to get this, they're going to have to be really careful about it. They're going to have to try and rush it ASAP. In the top lane at the moment, Darius and Shen again going for a more of those poke skirmish battles. Shen gonna have to burn Flash to escape there, but Cho'Gath now gonna catch out this Darius off guard once again. The Flash going for the Darius to try and catch out the Shen there, but before he can land that ult down, Cho'Gath getting a nice ult. He's gonna get taken care of. Xerath ult is gonna land in now, but we're gonna have Cho'Gath following up. Nice barrel to he's completely unaware of the situation. Ult goes down to no degree silence. Nice kill. Heading over to the gangplank, gonna definitely give him the advantage. Kane was gonna go forward to try and catch out the Shen, but there ended up being no follow-up. Xerath ult be careful quite early, sorry, by the Cho'Gath and the gangplank. But again, Cho'Gath coming, getting a nice gank forward. Silence going down. Q is going to go down as well. Ult landing on top of the Shen. He's going to have to flash forward. He does just escape with his life there. The Kane definitely playing a very dangerous game at the moment. Darius is now 0-4. Kane is now 0-3. Things aren't looking too well for the Truth Blue at the moment. Gangplank now getting this mid lane tower. This is definitely going to go straight over to him. It's going to be the first tower of the game going over to MPA now as well. But at the moment we do see the... It sounded like heal went off, but I don't believe it did. Zap going down from Jinx to try and zone his guys out. Deathsend is landing on a minion. Minion giving his life to stop Jinx from getting caught out there. Color on Korak. Definitely the last shining beacons of hope probably for Truth Blue at the moment. And if I was Truth Blue, they might want to start putting down their resources into this bot lane to try and get themselves ahead. Excuse me there. We do have Jinx getting nice out down, but Collins going to go down onto the Lucian. Kane coming in that demon form now as well. Ult coming in from the Shen to save Jinx's life. Just get him down. Do have the Shen taunt coming in. W going down as well to block a lot of that base damage. Oh, going down. Nice from Jinx taking out. Excuse me there. Getting too excited. Taking out the Thresh. Double kill going over to Jinx. Taking out the Kane there. Zap's going to land down. Hit the Xerath. And once again, Truth Blue not getting any pickups here in the bot lane. Cho'Gath coming down as well. Shen getting a taunt through. Gets the shield down. They're going to take out the Lucian as well. Taking a few tower hits, but it's still going to not be enough to take care of him. So, we do have Gangplank following up, getting a nice kill on top of the Xerath there. Tower's going to go down. 2 towers now heading over to MPA. But once again, Truth Blue almost catching out the Lulu, catching out the Jinx and Shen. But MPA, their synergy is absolutely amazing. Shen ult straight away with a nice taunt and W block. Cho'Gath following up straight away as well as the Gangplank ult. MPA at the moment just absolutely ridiculous. Kane coming in there trying to follow up the Jinx, but she's going to be able to hit that blasting cone and escape. Mind my sort of mediocre casting at the moment. Though. It's very hard to do both jobs at the same time. As you heard, then I got a little bit too excited, almost choked. Almost choked, but it's okay. I'm still alive, everything's all well and good. Just like MPA, almost 10k gold ahead of their opposing team in Truth Blue at the moment. Do have Cho'Gath is now 6-0 with 6 assists as well, but Truth Blue, luckily being able to pick up this Griff Herald, they should be able to get this tower into the mid lane first. Oh no, that's 2 towers now, sorry. As I think that top lane tower as well is going to go over to Truth Blue, so they're still somewhat in the fight. They're still picking up some of these objectives. Griff Herald is going to get taken out finally, but they did their job. They managed to pick up that first tower. Kane going in now as well, but Cho'Gath getting nice silence Q down again as well. We do have Gangplank picking up that kill against the Kane. He's going to be going on a rampage now. Lily's probably going to have to back away because she doesn't have that much health to go with. She might stay behind though with these shields as she does have that Ardent Sensor as well. Now, Shen getting that taunt and Xerath ult, trying to get these long range target hits, but it's not going to be enough. Box going down for Thresh to try and keep some of these members in and get the tower damage down. Shen is going to take a ton of this damage and Gangplank ult did go down as well. First, another kill going over to Darius, but Xerath is going to get the shutdown on the Shen finally. Jinx managing to pick up that tier 2 tower in the mid lane as well, but that first kill is finally going to go over to Truth Blue, so MPA are not going to have a flawless game, and it's going to be the shutdown as well against, but now the Cullen coming in out of nowhere for that Lulu. She's going down a kill, heading over to Lucian, definitely what Truth Blue need at the moment. Walk landing down on top of the Cho'Gath though, so that he can run away and get some lifesteal down. Not going to be too much of a follow-up. Gangplank and Cho'Gath heading into this jungle there to try and take a lot of the hits and get some extra CS. But Kayn trying to get this follow-up down top of Jinx. Exhaust going to go down. Jinx is going to take that ult hit, but she's going to get a ton of crit damage down. That Kayn is as good as dead. He's going down now as well. Cho'Gath coming in. We're really having a bit of an extended fight at the moment. But MPA are still managing to hold on. They might want to be careful a little bit because some of these more healed champs are coming in out of Truth Blue, some of the more healed players. So now they definitely are going to back away. Look at this Mountain Drake for the next objective for themselves. It's going to be their third Dragon Stack, and definitely an important one for pushing these towers and objectives. All Truth Blue, they will not be able to contest this either. Another stack going over to the Cho'Gath as well. He does have the Warmox in the hole, going for that Merc Treads. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes for that Gargoyle Stone Plate next to get that immense health increase as well as armor and magic resist. He's going to be an absolute monster soon. Lucian getting caught out by the slow from the Lulu though. He's going to have to back away. Luckily had enough movement speed and was just far away to not get caught out properly. It's still good to see that Truth Blue haven't given up though. They haven't surrendered just yet. They're still getting some of these smaller objectives. They've taken 2 towers. They've managed to get themselves the Rift Herald early in the game as well. And even if it was only small, they managed to get 2 small picks against the Shen and the Lulu. So you can see they're definitely still able to see where they can try and improve. It might have been already too little too late for these guys because MPA are so far ahead. We'll have to see if MPA are able to keep this ball rolling, the snowball rolling though, or if they actually throw the game, because you see that happening quite a bit. They could easily throw up Baron if they decide to go for it. Kayn getting caught out, that blast cone being hit, so he can't exactly go anywhere. Nice peek. Decide to kill it over to the crit blank there. What's that full lethality game blank. And now they're going to go for this Baron. Xerath out going in, trying to take out the Jinx. Some of those hits are going to land, and she's going to get shot down by the Xerath there. Trying to push away the Xerath at the moment, but they're going to refocus their attention onto this Baron. They're probably definitely going to take care of it. Shen is going to take that Baron, and they're going to focus their attention onto the Thresh, trying to get the follow-up. The taunt landing down. He's going to go down any second there. That's going to go over to the Gangplank, but Lucian managing to pick up a tower in the bottom while that was happening. So even though they still only picked up 1 kill and they lost the Baron, they got another tower in the bot lane. And now all the tier 1 towers have been taken out for MPA. And realistically, that opens up the map a little bit more for Truth Blue. If they can maybe sneak in and get some wards down, they might be able to get some more damage down and push some of these other objectives. For now though, they probably want to focus more on defending themselves from this major Baron push. Just have to wait and see what happens. With this Baron stack and the 3 stacks from Dragon, as well as the immense lead coming out from MPA, I wouldn't be surprised if they're able to probably get an easy win here now. Lying in wait here around Dragon. Kayn doesn't really know too much about what's going on because they don't have these wards for it. They're probably going to see these other members now though. Not really sure what Thresh was doing with his Lantern. Maybe just trying to move away. Nice defense coming in, but landing on the wrong target on Cho'Gath, and he's just going to get a nice follow-up now. And like I was saying, he did get that Gargoyle Stone Plate, so in this team fight, it's going to be absolutely mental. But Gangplank getting a nice ult down, slowing down Xerath. He's going to get taken out first. Exhaust going down on top of the Kayn, I believe that was then. Trying to get the ult on Gangplank, but he doesn't get. That's not going to do much to him at all. Nice barrel hit going through. He's going to get that movement speed boost because that left gets that one nice Q, and he'll be able to take care of him. Shen going down to stop the Kayn from getting extra damage down, and he's going to go forward. Q landing down top of the Thresh. Nice times going in. He's probably going to get taken out in a matter of moments now as well. Aaron and playing as Cho'Gath, sorry, that's what I was going for. Getting a nice stack on top of the Thresh there as well. Lucian's going to have to back away because he can't defend his base by himself. Darius is there with him, but now they're going to push this inhibitor down in the bot lane. They're probably going to go for this final push here. It's pretty sure it's safe to say that MPA now have this victory in the bag. Nice Q barrel coming out there from Cho'Gath and Gangplank, with Aaron picking himself up another kill there. First Nexus Tower goes down, flash coming out from Lucian to try and survive. Second tower going down, Redemption laying down to heal up these other members of MPA as well. Second tower, Nexus Tower going down, MPA are going to take this Nexus. The rest of the members of Truth Blue are going to do what they can. They still pick up another kill against the Jinx there. But the Nexus goes down and MPA wins the first match here against Truth Blue. Now, that was definitely a match coming out of these guys. Early game, we did see Truth Blue and MPA were very even. Truth Blue were trying to go for some picks around the map, but they weren't able to capitalize and get those follow-ups to get those nice kills. However, things just changed at the tip of a hat with that nice gank down in the bot lane when MPA finally decided to pull their trigger. They pulled it hard, they got that nice double kill, and from there they just snowballed the rest of the game. Kill after kill after kill. Really, in every single team fight, I don't believe they lost a single member. It was all of these solo pickups afterwards. MPA probably should have backed away a little bit more before they got taken out themselves, but in the end, very nice, very strong showing coming out of MPA here. More of what we've been seeing a lot lately of how much better these guys have been getting since their bad showing at the previous event with these scrims against like Avada where they went 2-1, and at the moment now against Truth Blue they are 1-0 and could easily go for that 2-0 against them. But we'll have to wait and see how things go here. We are going to go into game 2 in just a moment, guys, between MPA versus Truth Blue here in this best of 3 series. So, we'll be back in just a moment, guys. Don't go anywhere.